You are now tuned in to Go Time Dolphins with Charlie Touche and Kadeem Simmons, the Miami Dolphins podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time. Lay it on the line when it's go time. Go. Don't waste no time.
Mini bye week. No game on today. I don't know what to do with my Sunday. It's weird. But what's more weird than that, if Kadeem was here, he would be like, he's surprised we beat Baltimore. I'm saying, Baltimore had our number. The Texans had our number. I mean, bro, we got 2 wins, Holmes. What you got going on, Steve?
Still enjoying that victory, man. It was an old-fashioned beatdown, dude, and it's been a long time. Old-fashioned. It was just a slugfest. The defense showed up, imposed their will, and just gave the offense opportunity to, make plays. And it was great. It felt great. It was much needed after many, many weeks of heartbreak. So, still feeling good about it, man.
Listen, it's Go Time Dolphins, the Miami Dolphins podcast that goes not only across the pond, but across the world. I'm Charlie Touche. I got my dog ShareRide Steve with me. You feel me? Shout out to Kadeem Simmons. The man is working. Can't hate a man for working. I'm working too, but I made it. So I don't know how Kadeem is working, but he didn't make it. I'm just saying. But ShareRide Steve coming through in the clutch. We're going to the pin. You left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed.
Oh, we're going to the righty. You feel me? So Steve, man, we'll talk Ravens review real quick, and then we'll get into some of the nonsense that you hit me with in my phone, bro. Some of the foolishness that I just couldn't. You text me some stuff, and the only response I could give you was podcast. That's it. But back to the game, man. So did you ever feel like, man, it's too close, or we were gonna blow it, or I like the way this feels right now, I think we're gonna come out with a W? What did you feel from it?
Well, the start of the game was terrible offensively. Extremely frustrating. So we just knew right away the defense was going to have to shine, and they did. And there was no sign of let up at any point from this defense. It wasn't like, oh no, we just let them get quick 40 yards here or there. Their only touchdown tonight was given to them by some BS penalties. The Baker penalty was clearly roughing the passer. Can't do that. But the Holland was a joke. They got assistants going down the field, and it was at the end, towards the end of the game, kind of a garbage time touchdown as well. It felt different. It felt like the defense really just Lamar. He didn't have a moment to breathe. Like, he really never got comfortable ever, and that's why I think I did feel pretty good. I never felt like, oh, here goes Lamar. He never was in rhythm all night. We had him in that one defensive scheme, and he just, for whatever reason, they couldn't adjust. They could not adjust.
How you feel about Javon Holland?
Bro, come on, man. My favorite player? I mean, how could you not love this kid, man? He does everything. And even setting the tone at the beginning of the game, when we did give up like 25 yards up the sideline there, easily could have pushed the man out of bounds. Most safeties do. This guy launches his entire body as if the guy was going for a goal line, and it was like the Super Bowl last second. And I love the effort. He just launched him, man. And that's what I'm talking about. And the guys running behind him see that. They feel that. I love that, man. He is the truth.
So for those who don't know, ShareRide Steve was at the game where Tua went in for the first time ever. You were there, right, Steve?
I was.
And everybody was standing up, went kind of nutty, like, "Oh, this could be it, right? The beginning of the new beginning, right?" When Tua came in, what did you like in this game against Baltimore when Jacoby Brissett got hurt? What did you feel was I got a text from you saying the stage is set. The stage is set. It's his time to shine. What did you feel like could possibly happen? What did you were there at the game where he came in for the first time, and then you watched it this time? What were the difference of feelings?
The first time was just we didn't even know he was going to start the following week. Fitz didn't even know. It was that he's just going to go in for some mop-up duty. So that was different. That was just a happy feeling. We really didn't know what's happening. This was, I want him to play an elite team, and the defense was on point. So no excuses, man. That was my feeling. It was like, okay, you know what? This defense is playing for you, and what you got? We need some points on the board. You don't need to put up 50. How many can you put up for us? And I don't need to see Jacoby Brissett. We know what he is. He's a backup in the NFL.
Jacoby Brissett.
He's a fine backup, but I don't need to watch him play. I prefer not to. So my feeling was, yes, as it was weeks ago, when Tua came back from injury, I want to see this man play. I want to see, show me, prove me wrong.
So what do you think is going on, bro? Why are they not starting them, but they're putting them in the second half of games? Like, what do you think is going on? Do you think there's a bigger scandal afoot?
No, So what you're saying is, to be clear, you're saying, and you use these words, sabotage. You're saying
sabotage.
Coach Flo, this man that could easily packed it in that first year. I mean, we could have had Burrow. We could have had any pick we wanted. It was a year. It was like, if we won one game, no one would have said anything. The man ended up winning 5 games. This man wants to win at all cost. I find it very, very hard to believe that he's willing, out of what, ego? Or I don't even know what the advantage of really sitting Tua is at this point, because you still need to trade him even if you want to go after somebody else. So you have to, showcase him somewhat. I don't believe for a second. Not Coach Flo, man. He's a competitor, man.
So the same Flores that pulled Tua and went to the Fitz, and pulled Fitz and went to Tua. Which we will never get an answer for that no time soon about who decision it was, who called the code red. We won't know. You know what movie that is, Steve?
Code Red is
who ordered the code red?
Tom Cruise. What's the name of the movie? Jack Nicholson.
You can't handle the truth.
A Few Good Men.
You see what happens when you get a co-host that know movies? You know what I'm saying? Who ordered the code red? That's a simple question. Kadeem would have fumbled that. We would have had to get the defense back on the field. All right, but listen, man. Who ordered the code red? We won't know. But I do know this. Flores is a competitor. And my thing is, what was it when Brissett went out? Like 6'3", 6'6", something like that?
I think it was
3'6". It was something like that. Mm-hmm. And Flores like, nah, I'm looking for a spark. Now we're going to Tua. You know what I'm saying? Like, I win at all costs. So it's not the end game stuff per se, but it's the extracurricular stuff. Pat Riley said it best. If you could give me anything, why can't I get that from you? If he can go for 2 quarters and we know he's better than Jacoby Brissett, why can't we get Tua for 2 quarters? You know what I'm saying? Because we know he's going to be better than Jacoby for 2 quarters. Why can't I get everything? Right? So I don't agree with Flores there. Like, oh, we'll sit him out for this week and we'll sit him out for next week. That's why I feel like it's a little bit of sabotage. Why are we the second lowest team in the NFL that put money into the line? Help me understand that one, Steve. Like that's a softball for you. I allowed that one up for you.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's allowed. That's for you. Why are we the second lowest team? We're second to Pittsburgh, which everyone knows their line is egregious, and that's why when they went Najee Harris, everybody was like, "Why would you go Najee Harris and you don't have a line?"
Okay, I am ready, and I'm looking at, because you sent it to me, right? So I'm looking at it right now. Let's just tell me, when I name a team, if this team, do you believe will finish, let's just say 1 game above 500? So not necessarily playoffs, but above average. The Patriots.
Above average, yeah.
Seahawks.
I don't know. They're spotty.
It's a little tricky because of Wilson's been injured.
Right.
So,
They're spotty.
but if Wilson's healthy, they're above 500.
Okay. But Wilson is a top 5 quarterback in the league.
Bengals. Chiefs.
What's the question?
I'm reading off the top 10, the list you gave me.
Yeah.
These teams are actually talented. These teams are going places. These teams are legit contenders. So I don't understand when you're like, what are they doing to my boy? Joe Burrow's on this list.
Whoa. Steve.
Matthew Stafford's on this list.
Aren't you the one, Steve? Didn't you on this same podcast say what's the most important position on the field? What is it, Steve? Most important position on the field. What is it?
Quarterback.
What's the second most important position on the field, Steve?
It's debatable. It's how you build your team.
Bro, how is it debatable when you on this podcast said the same thing?
Listen. We can go back to the episode. I remember clearly, and this is like 8 months ago or whatever. I go, no one's going out getting Kinley jerseys. Like no one's high on. No one gets excited about offensive linemen. I also said I wanted Lindsey from Green Bay, and then I was livid, and I mean livid, when Hudson from the Raiders went to Arizona for peanuts.
Right. So, Steve, see, I need you to answer the question, bro. Your Honor, make him answer the question. What's the second most important position on the football team?
Tackle.
Tackle, is it? Is that right? So me and you happen to agree that it's tackle. And since Tua is left-handed, right tackle is the most important position, second most important position on our football team.
Okay.
Do we have a right tackle, Steve?
We do not. No.
Did we have a right tackle last year, Steve?
No.
Did you just text me 2 days ago? This line is terrible.
It is.
You did.
Yeah.
Is that not sabotage, bro?
No, we just swung and missed in the draft. I didn't want to go that route. I wanted to go more free agents. I wanted a mixture, but they got cocky and built. They thought they could build through the draft.
Bro, so how are we supposed to assess our quarterback without a line?
All right, I'm glad you're setting the table for me right now, my friend. I've been waiting.
They go Lob City. City.
I hope you invite me back after this because I'm coming after you right now. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right. So I heard a comparison from you. This feels like Andrew Luck. Now, why would you say Andrew Luck? Tell me why you make that comparison. This is an Andrew Luck situation.
Because Andrew Luck took too many hits. They didn't protect him.
All right. So I'm looking right here. I have a little more stats for you.
Let's do it.
His first year, Andrew Luck. I mean, bad offensive line. How many games do you think Andrew Luck missed?
I don't know.
0.
Okay.
Year 2, how many games do you think Andrew Luck missed?
I don't know.
0.
Okay.
Year 3, in that horrific O-line, how many games did Andrew Luck miss?
I don't know.
0.
Okay, we got a trend.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
We got a trend.
No. So we have a buns line for Andrew Luck.
Buns.
But he's still going out there. He's still producing. He's still showing up to do his job. And I'll give you a better example. Not Derek Carr. What's his brother's name?
David Carr.
David Carr. That man was abused.
It was. And it's sad because we didn't get to see the potential.
5 years.
Wasted a career.
He played for the Texans. And then he went off to the Giants, I believe.
And got a ring with the Giants. Go ahead.
And he was the punchline, man. He was setting records for sacks, QB pressures. Mm-hmm. He was just abused. In 5 seasons, only 1 year did he miss games, and he missed 4 games in 5 years. So my beef is, if we're going to talk about we're not protecting him, well, that was my concern. If he's not injury prone, how are you going to tell me when Andrew Luck, David Carr, just the poster child of abused quarterbacks.
Abused quarterbacks,
Still,
yes.
still go out there. Yes, I mean, and granted, I agree. He should have had a better career, and it did taint his career. But the man showed up for work. Tua, he's already missed how many games?
Steve, this is a yes or no question. This is a yes or no question.
Yeah, tell me.
Can two things be true at the same time?
Sure.
Sure. Two things can be true at the same time. Sure, Andrew Luck can have the worst line ever and not miss any games, but take all kinds of hits. Sure, Andrew Luck can be hurt and play through injury. Sure, David Carr can have the most amount of pressures in the history in the NFL and not live up to his potential because they couldn't protect him. All those things could be true at the exact same time.
Yeah.
But what could also be true is Andrew Luck says, yeah, my O-line is buns and I'm taking all these hits. I'm fighting through it. I'm playing through it and I'm playing through these injuries and I can't stay healthy, but I'm playing. There's a difference.
Okay.
You ever had cracked ribs, Steve?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Crazy. One day you'll share that story with us. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't expect that answer. I did not expect that. So one day you can share that story with us. But
I'm playing. I never did.
All right, cool. So do you think you would play in an NFL football game with cracked ribs, Steve?
Do you think Brett Favre would?
Why are we comparing like the quarterbacks to other quarterbacks? Like, bro, all I'm saying is, how is it this man's fault that I think we just went through this. Jesse Davis gets like $5 million, maybe $3 million. I think it's like $5 million a season. Like one of the lowest paid starting offensive linemen in the league.
Okay.
And whiff on a block. Tua ate it, cracked ribs. He's out for three games. IR. Please tell me how that makes him injury prone. How is that on him?
Let me ask you a question, and I just need one name. Name me one guy that you can say, looking back at his career, or even you can even make it current, but more looking back, you can say, man, that guy was a surefire Hall of Famer if he didn't get hurt. If he couldn't if he could just stay healthy. It doesn't happen with the elite guys. Dan Marino, just Tom Brady. These guys were warriors. They got, blow out the knee 1 year. They missed like that 1 year. When you play 17, 20 years, a lot of those guys, it's going to happen once, maybe twice.
I don't see where you're going with this. I don't get it.
All of the great quarterbacks figure out a way to get on the field. All of them. Name me one that was great that struggled. And I'll tell you, he wasn't great because the best ability is availability. So where I'm going is, how are you feeling confident that you can trust that Tua is going to show up year in and year out, game in and game out, when his track record, when I sent you the injuries, it's lengthy, man. And I'm not talking like, some bruised ribs and he's fighting through it. He's out of games. And it's early.
But those ankle injuries were optional. He didn't have to have surgery on those ankle injuries. He didn't.
Okay.
Like those are optional surgeries.
But do you have a quarterback you can name me that just great talent, but injuries just got him? Just didn't pan out.
Andrew Luck is not that quarterback?
Andrew Luck was like an MVP of the league.
Yeah, but you said so he's not going to the Hall of Fame though because injury stopped him from getting there.
I think he just chose. Like he could continue
what
playing.
What did he choose though, Steve? What did he choose?
Barry Sanders, a Calvin Johnson. He was like, it's okay to wrap it up a little early.
What? Why, Steve? Why?
Listen, his O-line was good at the end of his career.
Yeah. They did no, for sure, for sure. But the damage was already done though. The damage was already done.
So, like I said, is there a guy that you're like, the dude could play? He just was bit by the injury bug.
I don't think I understand the question, bro.
Okay, basketball. We can go other sports. You can name other players. You're like, yo, if this guy doesn't blow his knee up, Penny Hardaway.
Roy, what's his name? Patrick Roy? Was that his name? I'm thinking of Patrick Waugh from the Avalanche. Hold on, no. What's the dog name from the Blazers? Cartilage on cartilage knees. Isn't it Roy something?
Yeah. I keep on wanting to say Roy Williams. No, it's Lillard. Damian Lillard?
No, man. It was the dude had super bad knees, and he had
Odom.
No, not Odom either. Not Odom. There's another one out there.
That's a great example, though.
It is a good example, and it's the same team. That's crazy. but nah, there's another dude. I figured out. I'll try to find it too. But nah, I mean, Grant Hill.
Yeah.
Okay, but I don't understand where this is going. I don't see where this is going.
Quarterbacks. What I'm saying is, what I need my quarterback to do is show up. And Tua, yes, he showed that he could play clearly, and he was activated the week before as well. I don't really know, but I do know that this coaching staff is crazy when it comes to pulling guys in and out, shuffling the O-line. Like Belichick's known for it. Gilmore one game was inactive. Like, how are you going to just sit a guy that's that talented? And this was years ago. But they like to send messages to players, I believe. And they overthink it, and it makes it weird and confusing to us. But for whatever reason, they enjoy playing the puppet master, and they're kind of messing with Tua a little bit. I'll give you that, but I mean, what do you want them to do with Tua? Like,
I'm gonna tell you what I want them to do. Brandon Roy, by the way, was the basketball player.
Oh yeah.
Like, dude can never get on the court, never. And when he was on the court, he was nice. But listen, this is what you said. What do you want them to do? This is what I want. Hold on, Steve. Like, this is real quick. This is legit, bro. We're huge Dolphin fans, bro. The Dolphins have brought us together. Like, you're gonna be at my wedding one day if I ever find a girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I ever find a chick to marry, you're gonna be there, bro. Because of the Dolphins, they brought us together. You see what I'm saying? Listen, bro. Can you not say definitively that Tua isn't the best quarterback we've had since Marino?
No way.
I need the names. Please tell me
who. That's it.
Who?
Tannehill. I was a Tannehill guy. I had a Tannehill jersey. I've only owned like 4 jerseys in my life. Here we go. How Tannehill? He was his QB. Are you a fan of QBR? I'm not saying it's. I'm not really a fan.
I'm not going to the tape for. Nah, I'm not. That's not gonna. I can't do QBR.
You can't do it at all.
It's in the equation. It's in the equation for sure. Okay. But but Tannehill was notorious for that too. Notorious for the only quarterback to almost complete every single pass, and he only had one incompletion. You don't remember that? When
QBR is more than that. QBR is more than that.
I get it, but bro, when all of your passes are less than 15 yards and you go 28 for 29 because none of them went over 15 yards, it looks real good on your stats, bro.
So Tannehill, his last year with the Dolphins, his QBR, he ranked 32 in the league. Since being with the Titans, he is inside the top 10 every single year. And I'm going to hear Henry, whatever, he's got an O-line. Well, his O-line that I think they play well. There's not one All-Pro on that line.
Bro, so Tannehill be having like 7 for 9 for 75 yard stats in Tennessee. Like, what are we talking about?
We can go to yards and we can go to touchdowns. He's got all the numbers. He can run. I always said I was a believer in Tannehill, and I always said he's never going to carry a team, but he can get to a Super Bowl. He was in the AFC Championship. Was it last year? The year before? Well, I'm drawing a blank at the moment. But this guy is talented enough. He throws a good deep ball. He can run. We're getting in the weeds a little bit, but I think it's crazy for what that guy did for our franchise. For you to just throw him under the bus,
no, it's not a bus.
What has Tua done to say, oh my God, he's clearly better than Tannehill? Because Tannehill showed he can play in the league.
All right, I want to be clear. I always said this to my cousin, bro. I said Tannehill can win a Super Bowl. He really can. And you don't need a top 10 quarterback to win the Super Bowl necessarily. You could build around a quarterback, and he just needs to be able to be a game manager. Tannehill's just a game manager. He's not super special. Tannehill's not super special, bro. Say what?
That's what we're doing right now.
No. See, we have a quarterback that came off a car crash, and then he cannot be protected, And when he is protected, you can see what he can do. But we haven't been able to protect him. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
We'll get to the tight end conversation as well. Gotta defend myself, but I'm glad we were ranked. I like how you guys want to rank players.
That's right. Go ahead.
Let's give me where Tua is in the NFL today.
But why, Craig? Why, Craig? Why is he where he is though? That's the question.
Whoa! It's not complicated. That's a simple barbershop question. What is this? Is this man a top 10 quarterback? Is this man a top 15? Is he top 20?
Is Herbert a top 10 quarterback this year?
Yeah.
He's not though.
His numbers say he is.
His numbers,
team's record's good.
Bro, he's not the same Herbert of last year when everybody was hooting and hollering about Herbert.
Listen, Herbert can play, man. And
look at Herbert's team though. Look at Herbert's team, bro.
No. Back it up. Why do the Tua defenders always run to Herbert? Let's run to Rodgers.
Because they started this first.
Wilson.
They started the Chargers started first, bro.
I want to run to all the other quarterbacks in the league and be like, would you rather have Dak Prescott or Tua?
Dak, come on, bro. But listen,
Tua's at least 2 now. Now we're getting somewhere. How many more guys are you putting in front of Tua?
About 10. Maybe.
10?
About 10, yeah. But look, hold on. I'm going to tell you, you asked the question, I'm going to answer the question. This is why we go to Herbert. Because we passed on Herbert, and Herbert was in the same draft, so they're always going to be married. They're always going to be married together in the conversation.
We can't sulk and sit in the past, man. We're in the present,
I'm just saying,
and we got to look at the future.
I'm just saying, if you put Herbert on these Dolphins, do you think we're better than what we are right now?
The guy had how many games has he missed?
That's a yes or no question, though, Steve.
I think yes. I think that's
how. He still has the same O-line that Tua has. He'll still have the same Preston Williams with 50% drop rate. He'll still have Isaiah Ford coming off the practice squad, bro. So how would he be better than Tua?
Does Tua have Herbert's height?
No, he doesn't.
Does Tua have Herbert's arm?
Accuracy. Does Herbert have Tua's accuracy?
Stop.
Does Herbert have Tua's accuracy?
See, I ask you a simple question,
So arm strength, you mean?
Okay.
Arm strength.
Yeah.
Tua does not have Herbert's arm strength. No.
Okay. Mobility.
No, he doesn't anymore. Not anymore.
Okay.
Let's go.
Overall size. Like we're ripping it down to the nuts and bolts here, and we're saying Tua has better accuracy. Okay.
Cool. So my turn.
Sure.
Tua has better accuracy than Herbert.
Sure.
Does Tua have Mike Williams and Keenan Allen?
Oh, okay. Well.
Okay. No, so does Tua have
Williams hasn't done much besides blowing up early, and he hasn't.
So does Tua have the O line that Herbert has in LA?
No, they got my boy Slater, who
see. So I'm saying nuts and bolts here. That's all I'm saying. If you just switch quarterbacks and switch teams, what will the result be? I think the Chargers go to the playoffs with Tua. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So you're saying he's 11th in the league then?
I said about 10. I didn't put a number on it. I said it's probably 10 quarterbacks I'll take before Tua.
Okay. And where do you see him? Where's that ceiling going?
With a line?
All
I want is a line, bro. Like y'all can have the defense, y'all can have the receivers because the quarterback's gonna make the receivers better. Can we just protect them so he has time to make the throws?
Let's be honest. We're getting a line this offseason. I think that's a given. We have the most cap space in the league as far as I know, and we still have our first round draft pick. It's not like we have no draft assets. We're gonna get an offensive line. I'm not gonna say they're gonna be top 5, top 10, elite, but they're going to make a solid effort. At least I hope so.
I thought we heard that this year and last year. You know what I'm saying? Like this line.
The draft pick missed.
Steve. When's the last time you heard of the Miami Dolphins having an O-line?
It was the last time we went to the playoffs. Ryan Tannehill got an O-line his last year, and we went to the playoffs.
That was Juwan James, Laramie Tunsil.
Tunsil was playing left guard, and we had Albert at left tackle.
Yeah, it was
Pouncey?
Cool. Pouncey, yeah.
Dude, those were boys that could play.
It was like a season and a half. Because Juwan James was fool's gold. He went to Denver, never showed up again. We had to help Juwan James.
No, he was solid for us though. But yeah, he was a disaster in Denver.
I mean, listen, I don't like it, but we're gonna turn the page. You know what I'm saying? You think Kadeem would have caught that one? Listen. We paying Mike Gesiciki, Steve?
Yeah, but we also have to be careful.
What do we have to be careful for?
Can he block?
He can't block.
Okay, so I'm just saying we're saying that we don't have weapons. You just got done saying Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, but I like Waddle a lot. I like Gesicki a lot. Do you not think that they're in the same conversation as Williams and Allen? Gesicki
No
and
way,
Waddle?
no way, bro, no way, no. They're not. No, they're not. I'm gonna tell you why. Keenan Allen is arguably the best route runner in the NFL today, and last year, and the year before that. And he never gets his credit. And I'm all for it. When the NFL top 100 come out and Keenan Allen goes on Twitter and everybody gets on him, I feel you, Keenan Allen. Do your thing. He's the best route runner in the NFL. Mike Williams had a coming out season. He doesn't run just go routes anymore. Rivers used to just go and throw the ball, throw posts and go routes to Mike Williams. Now he has a whole route tree, and that's why he was getting off, because he's more developed. He runs different routes, and Herbert finds him. That's cool. Mike Gesicki, going back to where you said can he block? Listen, National Tight Ends Day was like 2 weeks ago. Mike Gesicki was mic'd up, and the man said, someone said, "Hey, happy National Tight Ends Day, Mike." And Mike said, "It's more like happy National Big Slot Receiver Day." Yo, he's a huge slot receiver. Everyone knows it, and I'm okay with that. You got it. No. That's why we have so many tight ends active.
No, I agree. It's just we have to understand that. And when we're saying we don't have wideouts, he's a wideout, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
So we got Waddle and
Gesicki.
Yeah, that
and that's it. And that's it.
Okay, but I'm just saying that's not a terrible 1-2 punch for an elite quarterback.
So we had Waddle for 7 games, Steve. 8-10 games.
The MVP of this league, Aaron Rodgers. Name his star receivers.
Here's my thing, though, Steve. You're talking about a team that can block long enough for Rodgers to do his thing. That's why I said I just want a line. If I could just get a line, I don't care who my receivers are. You know what I'm saying? If you said, all right, what is the order of operation? Give me a line, then give me a defense. Because if you give me the line, I can protect my quarterback, and he can make receivers. That's what good quarterbacks do. They make receivers. I agree. You give him a defense, now he get the ball back. You see how the defense showed up for us this week? You see that we won. Had that same defense showed up in London, it'll be a different conversation. Had that same defense protected the lead that Tua gave them at the end of the game against Atlanta, we'd be better than what we are right now. I'm just saying.
I'm saying I want to resign the man, but my question is, last year I heard we had not one guy that can get open. Zero separation.
Zero separation.
Why isn't Gesicki getting open? He clearly can run.
No, that's a different type of argument, though.
Oh, okay.
That's not. Listen. Separation. So that's almost saying, like, look, that's his. All right, that's not what we talk about with Gesicki. He can't separate, but he has the best hands on the team. So okay. It's a threshold. You got to give and take. It's a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
And then he disappears completely. Some games.
When? How? Just because they don't draw it up for him, don't mean he's disappearing. He can't draw up the plays, bro.
So you want to pay a tight end top 4 in the league?
Yeah.
And he can disappear for games.
No, I want to pay a tight end top 4 in the league and get him targets like he's paid top 4 in the league. That's what I want.
He is getting targets. He's got top 4 targets this year. He's got decent numbers this year for sure.
He does. And that chemistry took a while for Tua and Gesicki to get there. Remember when Fitz came in, it was always Tua, Fitz and Gesicki, and then Tua come in and not even find Gesicki?
He needs to make the Pro Bowl, man. We need to pay guys, if they're going to be high paid, they need to be going to Hawaii or Orlando or wherever they're holding the Pro Bowl these days. We need to get real results. Your boy Byron Jones, I don't hate the man. I'm not gonna dog on him. He's not going to Hawaii. He does, unless he wants to pay for his own personal flight. The NFL ain't sending him a free ticket to Hawaii. But you know what? We're paying him like he should be going. When you're paid, what, he's top 6 in the league?
Yeah.
You should be in that conversation at least. He's not even on the NFL top 100. I don't want to be paying dudes that we kind of like and we're attached to, but really are just biased because we're maybe homers.
Homers and bias? You want to talk about homers and bias, Steve? How's Devontae Parker going for you?
I addressed, hey, man, I acknowledge when he's on the field, he can play. That's what I truly believe.
And then, Steve, though, my thing is, bro, when he does play, it's because it's garbage time. It's not like, oh, we absolutely need Parker right now, and then he makes the play. It's like, we don't, bro, we're 1-7. Now you're doing superstar things, or we're down 20 in the game, and now you're doing one-handed catches. Like, bro, you never come through when it is time, when it is game time, game on the line, you drop it. Come on now.
So Devontae Parker is a bust, but Tua has no O-line. He can't throw the ball, and Parker's expected to put up numbers, but Tua's okay because he doesn't have an O-line.
Nah, just catch
There's
the
a
balls
connection there, my friend.
Catch the balls that are thrown to you.
There's a connection.
Catch the
if
balls.
One
that
man
are
over
thrown
here, Tua, if he is getting the pass, how is Parker not getting the pass? My thing was Fuller, Waddle, you're running, and Gesiciki running up the seams. Parker, work underneath. That's what I wanted to see. But Fuller can't get on the field. Tua hasn't been able to stay healthy. O-line's been atrocious. So we never really saw what Parker could do underneath.
And we haven't seen what Tua could do either.
I've seen a lot from Tua. I've seen a lot.
But not enough for you to keep him.
Has he had some egregious interceptions?
Yeah, for sure. Can he get growing pains though in his rookie season? Like he's just now got to about 16 games. Like can he get 16 games and then we judge him on 16 games? Peyton Manning had the record for most picks in the rookie season. Can we let him have a rookie season?
Well, that was Peyton's rookie season. We're into his second season now.
No, I mean he's in 16 games. That's one season.
Okay, well, injuries are a part of it, and that's part of my beef with him, man. Listen, there's another thing about Tua, and if you want to discuss it or not,
what you got?
What it comes down to is I think he's soft. The man is soft.
What do you?
I sent you that clip, and it just drove me crazy because after that Ravens game, man, it was just such a good feeling, man. It was so overdue. It's like someone that's worked a year on a project, and it just finally came. Like just that feeling, like finally we got to the top. We finally got over this hump, and especially against the Ravens. I hate the Ravens, man. They've been punking us for a long time, and
crazy.
I hate the way they play, and they called that run against Denver just so they at the end of the game so they can get 100 yards. Like
I mean, this is stat. No. It's history.
Don't like that. Don't like that one bit. So I have a
then
lot
stop
of
him. Stop him and don't let him do it.
They were going to take a knee. He faked a knee.
No, they lined up for a play. It wasn't a fake knee.
I recall.
I think they lined up for the play, but it was garbage time. They lined up and ran the play. It was a power sweep. I don't think it was like a kneel formation. I think he was a shotgun and everything.
Go check it out, man. I'm telling you.
I think. All right, go ahead.
The defenders weren't ready. They're just like, yeah, you're going to take a knee. The game's it's a wrap, and they're like, whatever. It felt that was icing on the cake for me. I just didn't like. I don't like the Ravens, so it felt good. And then Tua just there's something about quarterbacks, and even it was Aikman on the broadcast goes back in the day. They were showing some old pics of all the 90s greats, and he said Marino walked in the room. He was just kind of that dude. He was just charismatic.
Yeah,
he did say that. He kind of his presence. You just feel it. He's that man. And that's what alphas do. They step into a room and they control it. They don't even have to say a word. You just feel it. You know it. Tua, just to me, is not that dude. Very nice guy. He's going to work like hell. He's going to do all the right things. But, dude, you're dressing up as Woody for Halloween. Come on, man.
Bro, hear me out. It's not the quarterback's job to be all loud and in the media saying X, Y, and Z, bro. It's the quarterback's job to be even keel. it's the quarterback's job to be like, while everybody's running around with the flags like Javon Holland at the end of a game where we only won 3 games on the season, which is cool because it keeps the chemistry alive. Like Christian Wilkins running around at the end of the game, dapping up everybody. That's dope. But it's the quarterback's job to stay even keel and be like, one game at a time. We know what type of team we are, and we were going to bring it every single week. Not to, hey man, yeah man, it was a great win. Da, 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 da. Let's go Dolphins. And can you imagine if Tua was waving the flag like Javon Holland? They would kill him. They would kill Tua if Tua was waving the flag like Javon Holland after the game. You don't think they would kill him?
Well, he didn't play that great, so for starters, maybe that's why they would kill him. I mean, if he dropped 4 touchdowns and 350 yards, yeah, but he had a very mediocre line. No, you're telling me Aaron Rodgers, when he goes in the end zone and he's, cursing at the Bears fans, and Tom Brady barking at everyone on the field, just these guys are different level people, man.
Aaron Rodgers was not 2-7 when he did that, though, bro.
You think? Come on, man.
It matters. It matters, bro. How you celebrate matters when your record is 1-6.
So what? So what personality do you compare him to then?
All right, I got something for you. It's not gonna be popular, but I got something for you. Joe Flacco has a ring.
Oh my God!
Listen, Joe Flacco has a ring. Not only does Joe Flacco have a ring, I could make the argument if it wasn't for a TJ Husmann-Zada drop, he would have 2 rings. And then I could make the last argument that if it wasn't for a missed field goal in the AFC Championship, Joe Flacco would probably have 3 rings. Joe Flacco is not an alpha yell at you in on the team type stuff. But but in Joe Flacco's prime, he got it done, bro.
Okay. Am I saying it's impossible? Of course not. But what I'm saying is, you're gonna bring up Joe Flacco. If I gave you a little homework assignment and said, next time I come on this, name, in your opinion, the 5 greatest leaders of all time in NFL history.
You didn't say that.
Boy,
you didn't say leaders.
No,
I would not have said Joe Flacco if you said leaders.
No. I'm not. Hear me out.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about just quarterbacks. I'm talking about anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know who would be in that top 5 without question?
Ray Lewis.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then you have Ed Reed in the back, the greatest free safety ever, and that's not even a debate. Like the greatest. When you got those
Ed Reed over Palomalu.
Oh yeah, all day.
I'll take it too. Not by much though, but I'll take it.
Yeah, his cover skills, man. Just
I'll take it.
The mind games in the back.
So when you have those 2, go ahead.
When you have those 2, you're allowed to be Joe Flacco in the corner and eat your peanuts and kick back and just do your job, because you got other men that are leading the team. Who is leading the team on the Dolphins? Who's our alpha?
Are we talking about a leader, or are we talking about a quarterback that can make all the throws? Which one are we talking about right now?
Bro, I'm talking. I need a total package.
All right, that's fair. It's fair that you said, I want a leader that can make all the throws. I want someone who's going to bark at you in the face, all the good stuff. If I told you if Tua had a line and he would deal for 350 a game, and his pick to touchdown ratio would be 35 to 8 on the season, you wouldn't take that if he was a quiet dude?
Who do I have a Ray Lewis on my team?
Why does it matter, bro?
It does matter.
Why does it matter? Why does it matter?
This is a QB driven league. It is more now so than ever. It used to be running backs. It used to be Earl Campbell, Jim Brown, all the great running backs. You needed an Emmitt Smith to get it done. No more. It is now quarterback is the end all be all.
And it's a passing league. It's a passing league.
And when Joe Flacco won, that was a way different time, man. Like, it was a decade ago, and we're playing a different game right now. It is a pass-happy league. Yes.
It's a pass-happy league, and we don't have an O-line to pass. But somehow that's Tua's fault. It's all right, Steve, bro. You know where the glasses are in this house.
It's Tua an alpha.
No, he's not.
Okay. All right. So
Can he make all the throws though, Steve?
who is the alpha on the Dolphins?
We talking about alphas and bullies and leaders, or we talking about quarterbacks that can make all the throws? I just need
We're
clarification.
talking about leaders. We're talking
All right,
about
we talking about leaders. We
we're
talking about
talking
leaders.
alpha dogs. Every locker room needs them. Do you agree with that? You have
Yes,
to have them.
I do.
And not one. There's a
Multiple.
football team's an army of men. You need many
You're right.
generals.
You're right.
Who we got?
I don't know. That's not a question for me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not sure. I don't know.
What we do, you know what? It starts from the top, man. It starts with the ownership. It starts with your head coach, your coaching staff. It trickles down. Everyone's responsible for keeping everyone in line. And when it hits the player, and I love flow. Listen, I'm telling you, it's easy to say I liked him now after this win. On the last podcast, I said this man cannot go anywhere. He'll get scooped up in a heartbeat. What we need to do is surround him with more veteran assistants. He needs to stop doing this juggling thing. We got an offensive line coach. It's our fourth different offensive line coach.
I thought it was fifth, but go ahead.
And he's never coached O-line before. Like
sabotage.
You gotta. That's not sabotage, man.
Right.
That's just being cocky, saying, you know what, we got our boys in house. We'll promote within, which I like, but you got to go get someone else. My point is, Holland's going to be an alpha. He's too young, but that man is going to dictate to offenses how they play the football game. It's we're going to come after you. I love his mentality, but Tua, that's a big problem. That's a huge problem.
Pop quiz, hot shot. Is Russell Wilson an alpha?
Yes.
No, he's not.
He's
not. Russell Wilson is not alpha.
You say that because he had some extreme alphas on his team, like because of Sherman and all those defenders. Yes, those boys were bullies. And Wilson,
Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor.
Oh yeah, those guys were the truth, for sure. So I think that's a bad comparison just because of that. He didn't look as much of an alpha because he had other dogs on the team, and Wilson has the sexy girlfriend, man, or wife. Like, this man is a boss. He is one of the best to do it. He's a Hall of Fame.
What's that got to do with him being an alpha or not?
I think he is, man. He puts it on the line.
I don't think he's an alpha, bro. I don't think he is.
Is he a Hall of Famer?
Yeah.
Is he a leader?
He is a leader.
He's
not alpha. He's not alpha.
All right.
I didn't say Tua was not a leader.
I
said he's not alpha.
I know that's where you're going. You're trying to make that comparison, but
I'm just saying.
I still think Russell Wilson he's always got it done on every single level.
Hey, listen. It's funny how time flies when you're having fun. This is what the conversation was in the ShareRide when I had to drop ShareRide Steve off to the airport, and it just went on forever. It was a little positive, but more positive than this. But listen, I'll tell you this: Kadeem Simmons is out this week. You know what I'm saying? And when half of the duo is gone, it's not the same. But ShareRide Steve, bro, you're as good of a bullpen reliever as anyone else, bro. And we appreciate you here on Go Time Dolphins. But you got to come over to bonus time to defend your take on why Mike Gesiciki is not a top 5 tight end in the league. I don't understand how you're going to do that. But y'all know what time it is. Stay positive. Test negative. For ShareRide Steve, I'm Charlie Touche. Thank you for tuning in this time. Make sure you catch us next time on Go Time. Already.
Podcast that's for the fans and by the fans.
Gotta make them lose their mind when it's your time. And it's show time. Going all out when it's go time. Go. I ain't wasting no time. Gotta make them lose their mind when it's show time. Cause it's your time.
ShareRide Steve in the building. So, bro, I just because I think Kadeem said something and I didn't hear it from you. So I want you to have the floor so you could defend yourself at the same time. So your top 5 tight ends, who you got?
Kittle, hands down, number one. Hands down.
Kittle's number 1.
I mean, healthy. Right now, I know he's
Okay.
been
No. Health. You're right. We got that. For
Yeah.
health, fully healthy. Who's your tight end list?
Kittle, without questions, number 1. Put Kelsey and Waller 1, 2. Like they're right behind. It's a kind of a toss up. So those are the top 3. That's a given. My deal is, I just want a guy that can block too. And I'm not saying I want to get rid of Gesicki because I don't. But for me, a tight end, Mark Andrews, the guy can catch the ball. He can get open. He knows how to work the zones, and he's a blocker. And I even threw Dallas Goedert in there from Philly. This man was ranked by PBF or PFF, whatever it is.
Pro Football Focus.
Yeah, that's it. He was 7th in receiving since 2018.
We're talking about Goddard?
Number 1 in
talking about Goddard?
Yeah.
All right.
He was number 1 in run blocking. Like, that man is a total tight end to me. I'm just saying, got to be careful when you're paying one guy, and Gesicki has amazing hands. I love his attitude. He's been a great draft pick for the Dolphins thus far. He really has. But we have to be careful how we spend money, and that I was just being cautious. It wasn't me saying red flag, let's not get crazy, because we're nitpicking. I got him like around 7th. I put Andrews, even Hawkinson above him, and that's fine. We can debate this.
This is blasphemy.
Oh, come on, man.
Blasphemy.
Disrespectful. I have 32 tight ends in the league, and we have like a 3-slot difference, and I'm being crazy.
Bro, listen, you said Hawkinson, you said Dallas Goedert, you said Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
And then you didn't even get to Kyle Pitts yet. So you got Kyle Pitts better than Mike Gesicki.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So is Kyle Pitts better than Goddard?
That's an interesting question. I would
right,
say
because based on what your answer was, you were like, oh, complete tight end, blocking tight end. That's not Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts is Mike Gesicki.
Yeah. Kyle Pitts though has a higher roof than Gesicki.
For sure, I agree 100%. I'm just saying right now, Kyle Pitts is Mike Gesicki. He's just a tight end. He's just a receiver with great hands, with big playability, but he's not blocking nobody. He's the happy national big slot receiver day. That's what Kyle Pitts is.
For sure. But Kyle Pitts is a big outlier. So that's, you want to say his name, that's fine, but let's face it, he's a once in a generation player. Like,
but how can you be an outlier? So you don't think it's close between Kyle Pitts and Gesicki today?
Today it is for sure. But
so how can it be a huge outlier?
We're going to be paying Gesicki next year. So I'm looking more towards the future. I'm saying next year and then the following year. Is Pitts and Gesicki going to be on the same level? Because Gesicki's going to be paid a lot more than Pitts at that point.
If you give Matt Ryan Mike Gesicki today, he's going to look like Kyle Pitts.
Okay, that's fine. Listen, Kyle Pitts ain't getting paid for another 4 or 5 years. So I'm trying to say, I just don't want another Byron Jones contract where we're paying someone elite dollars, but we're not getting the perennial Pro Bowler player.
So do you want just the accolades or do you want the results? Because last year we had one of the top 3 defenses in the league, scoring defenses. So, I mean, you get what you pay for. You pay 2 corners and you got a top 3 defense in the league. So that's the results. Yeah, we didn't have 7 Pro Bowlers come from our team, but we got results. And had that same defense show up this year, we'd be in a better place right now.
And we'd be in a better place right now if we had a tight end that could block and pass catch. Because we need a lot of help on this O-line right now.
I cannot, bro. I cannot, bro.
Now that's we're nitpicking on this one. This one isn't like I said. I put Gesicki like 6-7, and then he is Pitts. They're the same. They're the same guy, but Pitts just, like I said, I watched Pitts all throughout college,
There's a bias there. There's a bias there, Steve. You had to watch him. You had to watch him.
I
Had
did.
to.
I was forced to. It's not fun. It's not fun at all.
Hey, that's a dope hat, man.
Yeah, thanks, man. I got it actually marked on the back, but I can wear it for something like this.
I like it. I like it a lot. But nah, I would not put Goddard, Andrews, or Hawkinson in front of Mike Gesicki. I think you're on dope. I think you should be drug tested before you go back to work. But you my dog, so I can make some exceptions for my dog. Listen, man, Steve, we appreciate you coming on, bro. Appreciate rocking with you. And I had somewhat of a day off today, and I kind of dropped the ball today, and you were still here to help me recover the fumble, bro. So I appreciate you. And everybody at Go Time Dolphins, man, y'all check us out. Share, like, subscribe. Dolphins on a winning streak. That's all I'm saying. Be easy.